Been out there with some Omega Speedos on.
Where's the intro?
Ashes to ashes.
I don't hear or see that.
I put some Hennessy in
Aloha,
here. Oh,
and welcome to
I
the
don't hear or
15th episode of Till Death Do Us Part podcast, where you explore everything related to death, funerals, and the stories that connect us all. I'm my host, Mike Hamlar from Virginia. We're going to go around doing
Deacon,
Right, it's from
De-
Virginia. He's not in Virginia right now.
right.
Deacon, it sound like you're in the back of the room.
Oh, Lord.
There we go. Come on
You
back
Yeah,
up,
got
yeah.
Rob.
Yeah,
Not
but
in,
it.
you
not
ain't
in
in
Virginia.
Virginia. You in
Not in
Hawaii.
Virginia.
He
Hey,
white.
what's the title of today? Today is called Balance.
Don't
So
no,
we're
you
going to talk
don't.
about
We
it.
gotta roll it back. You got to let
Yeah,
us know where you are. Like
yeah,
you just want to roll right past that, sir. You're
yeah,
just
we're going to
making
get
us
to
all
it.
jealous.
Yeah, we'll
Sound
get
like
to it. We'll get to
she
it.
sound like a woman scorned.
Yes, that's the real backdrop. That's not a virtual background back there. So
We
it's
just
all good.
jealous.
Hey,
Right.
This
welcome,
man
welcome,
is
welcome.
talking to us from Hawaii with a Hamlar
Aloha.
Yes.
Curtis shirt on.
Yes.
Uh,
We are jealous. We are
a
We are
jealous.
Hamler
jealous.
polo shirt at that.
Hey, man.
So what time is it in Hawaii, Mike?
It is 2 o'clock.
It is 2 o'clock.
Oh,
Okay.
2
okay.
p.m. Real
well,
nice.
but you still have time to enjoy the rest of the day.
Oh
I
yeah, we're
know,
gonna have
right?
a good time today.
Man,
We
that
got some
water so
Oh,
special
blue
guests.
behind you. That's crazy.
Hey man,
I
you
know.
have no idea, bro.
your volume fell back though.
Did it fall back?
Now
Yeah.
there it goes.
Yeah, once
All
you
right.
get closer, you can hear. Yeah.
There we
We,
go.
we're
Okay.
Yeah,
not we're
wind,
not
wind
we're
is
not
blowing
about to
out.
fight the islands. We're not about to fight the islands for you doing tonight.
Can't fight the
Aloha.
island. All right, let's go around the horn and introduce ourselves, and we get into it. We got special guests today. See us backstage waiting.
That's my girl.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
Yeah,
Well,
what you got, Warren?
I know one thing is for certain. We made it
We
out
made
the
it out
jet.
Why you always trying to take somebody's line, Charmaine? Golly, can't have
We
nothing to
made it
themselves.
out the
Whoa.
jet, even though most of us had an actual work day today, and we came home and got on this podcast. We were not all lucky to be on white sandy beaches and whatnot. But I guess that's what we're
Mike,
talking about today: balance.
Mike, I
Yes.
wouldn't let him throw slugs at you like that. Don't let him do you like that.
Hey, we're gonna get to it. There's gonna be some flags on the play, so it's all good. So did we
Oh,
go
it's
ahead and
my
have
turn.
that? Well, come on, Tiff. What you got?
It's Tiffany, the princess,
Did she really do
all the
that in the
way.
picture in New York though?
Yes,
She
I
She
did.
really did
did.
it in the
I
She
picture.
had
really did.
to.
She did.
It
Hey,
wouldn't
Sharon
be right if
Hawkins.
I
I ain't taking
didn't.
it
It
from
wouldn't
her.
be right.
What up,
So
Shay?
yes, it's me. Let's do this tonight.
Hey, Keisha Brown. Good evening.
What
Hey
up, Keisha? Hey,
y'all.
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Hey
Good
mom.
How
evening
Hey
to
y'all
you.
tuning
mom.
in on time? Hey, y'all.
Hey,
All right, I guess I'm gonna turn it down to Charmaine.
Charmaine.
Hey,
Come on,
hey,
mother.
hey, welcome back. Hopefully this week my screen will stay on. I think the Lord was working
Woo.
with me and not allowing some of
Shondo.
my verbiage to
Hallelujah.
come out because I was
Okay.
having it last week.
He
Come on,
working on
Eastern
you.
Star. Jay
Hey,
Face,
Jeremy
my
Bates.
boy.
Hey, little leprechaun. Hey.
But listen, I'm tell you something. Short people stick together. You don't be talking about my partner like that. And Charmaine, you shorter than both of us.
All right, we're gonna
And
move on
and,
to the deacon. Deacon,
and
you
mo-
next.
Wendell.
most of us are still waiting on our pot of gold.
Y'all crazy.
See,
What's up, everybody?
you
It's
wait
just
till
good
we
to
finish
be
these
here
damn
tonight.
introductions.
We were all together last week in Secaucus, New Jersey.
Secaucus
Yeah, but we
with
back
them
at our
high
Hey,
ass Ubers.
yeah, that part.
back to business as usual.
Does anybody have the picture of Adrian in the Uber, all of us together? Please put it up
Oh,
tonight before we do
I
it.
don't know who
Oh
has that.
yes.
First of all, let me tell you something. See, let
That
me
was a
tell you
highlight.
something.
It was nice,
No,
Adrian.
let me tell you something. See, that's what. So we supposed to be brothers. All of us. I just don't understand. Y'all throw these slugs at me on the slides. Okay, all right. See, I've
We
been
just
doing
saying
But it's
good,
okay for you though.
yeah,
Mike.
you can do it.
I've been doing good, Mike. Now the gloves coming off. They're
The
coming
gloves coming
off.
off.
They're coming off. Y'all
All
done
right, well,
talked
go ahead,
about my
Jason.
brother being on
Negotiate.
the beach with his custom Omega Speedos on, and then now y'all talking about me in the car.
So you gonna let that slide? So we gonna let that slide? That's what we doing?
Oh
Okay.
man.
Hey, nevertheless, y'all, hey man, we appreciate you all.
Very
Thank you all
nice.
so much for tuning in and being back with us another week. Yet another blessing. We are excited. Last week was so powerful and fun at the same time. Here we are, another week with another amazing special guest, and we are excited to have her. Why? Because we actually this is a friend. She's connected to us. So it's a little bit more special this week. So thank you all so much. Share, share, share. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we all know the drill. First thing we do, grab our
Go
phones, tell everybody we
live.
live, and then we're
Yes.
gonna go ahead and keep it moving.
We's on.
We live.
We
All right, so we're
in
gonna move
here.
kind of fast today. So we can move right into it. We're gonna go right into mother's moments.
I'm gonna have a theme song next week.
We're gonna have your theme song, but right now
Oh
it's time for
God.
mother's moments.
I'm gonna create
Chicken,
one.
chicken,
Burn up,
I'm
chicken
gonna
head,
create. I'm
burn up,
gonna
burn
chicken,
up,
create you
chicken,
a
burn
theme
up,
song
burn
from
up.
chicken
Apple
head.
Music. I'm gonna give you a good theme song.
What's
Thank you,
wrong with
Oh
Tiffany.
please,
chicken head?
whatever.
Thank
I
you,
like
You
chicken
know,
Tiffany.
head.
us girls have to
I
stick
like that.
together.
Thank you,
We can't do chicken
Tiffany.
head. What's wrong with chicken head?
Use the
Just remember,
chicken
it's got to
head.
be PG.
Oh Lord. All right, all right, all
Nothing we
right.
can do,
I got it
PG.
from the beginning to the end. So the industry had a couple deaths throughout the country. First, we have Mr. Albert. Mr. Albert is a longtime member. Then let me tell you, this guy would come and slow walk
You
the
heard me.
convention floors, and he would wear the slickest suit and shoes.
Yeah, he will.
Um,
Always sharp. Always
but
sharp.
he always had the kindest things to say. Um, and half the time when things got rough on the convention floor, he would just sit there and be a little quiet. So, prayers to Mr. Albert Glover's family. I think his services are today.
Yeah, they were
Today.
today.
Yeah.
Um, and this came out last week, so they did have his services a little fast. So his services are today. Let's give our prayers to them. Um, also, we have what's our next one? From out of Texas, Mr. Jason Miles. He works for Good Shepherd Funeral Home. Young guy. Prayers to his entire family and the staff of Good Shepherd Funeral Home as well. um we are dealing with, like the lady mentioned last week, we deal with death too, and we have ways of dealing with death, and we lose our colleagues, and majority of the time the colleagues that we lose are our friends and family for the most part. Like, I don't have a bunch of siblings, but these other five, they some surprise siblings I done found somewhere. I don't know. It, I don't know, but this is how this industry goes. So,
Because we
send
made an
prayers to
exception to the
all.
rule.
But I don't have anything else. We can go to the current events, because that's all I have for Mother's Moments. Not unless the baby day out got something, but no, that's all I have for Mother's Moment.
Well,
I
since
don't
mother's
have
moments was short, we'll go
I
ahead
don't
and
have
talk
nothing
Yeah,
to say.
baby's day out.
baby's
No,
day
I
out.
don't. Ah,
Oh, bless
my
him.
Hold
God,
on,
Touch
leave
him.
that
today.
on. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Hold on, leave that
Ooh,
on
he
real
know
quick. Leave
not
that
what he
on.
My
do,
God.
Father.
No, because we actually have to see we have to see Brooklyn's face.
Father, he
That's
know not what he
that's
do.
that is insane to me.
Brooklyn, they done
Baby's
That
day
is
stole your
out.
body, girl.
insane to me. Oh my
Brooklyn,
God.
Brooklyn, they stole your body, baby. They stole your
He said
body.
they
They shouldn't
stole
do you
your
like
body.
that.
Oh, shucks.
They
Yep.
just done cloned you, girl.
All right, the baby.
Uh,
You got anything for us?
I don't have nothing. We just making it from one week to another. Everything is pretty quiet. Um, there's a lot of news going on down there in Alligator Alcatraz, but
Yeah, we
everything's
got a lot
been.
of current events.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what happened in this last 2 weeks because before I went to Secaucus, I had zero people. Business was slow.
Yeah, yeah.
By the time I got back, we had about 8 funerals. I don't know what the Lord did. I don't know what tide change or full moon, but people was leaving here.
He called
I
the
would
road.
say
He
it's been
called the
some
road.
full moons,
He
and
called the road.
he.
he definitely called the roll.
But he
My God.
can't cram him till we get there.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't get into astrology, but that full moon the other day was kind of serious. Um, we've had a mass overdose here in
Oh,
Baltimore
I
City.
saw that on the
There was
news.
like 20 some people. The
Oh,
first five or six they
Oh
found
wow.
were half dead. They were like milliseconds from being dead.
That's
wow.
And it was all
crazy.
in this one little area called they call it Pennsylvania North. It's Pennsylvania Avenue and North Avenue. They ended up, I think the count ended up being a little over 30, close to 40 people that did this overdose, and they had community services out on the corner for the next couple of days to try to see. And the next morning, people were still like had effects of it. So they were out there trying to see if someone. Of course, they gave out testers.
Narcan.
And no, they gave out testers of the drug. So they found out that the drug finally had some type of antifreeze in it.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
so somebody is out here making bad
So
stuff. Like they went to high school chemistry and failed because because
They, I
people were
mean,
walking and dropping like flies to the point where
Like
one of my
zombies.
police friends, no, they were dropping. One of my police friends was like, "We out here trying to figure out if somebody's standing on the rooftop with tranquilizers because people just walking and just flopping.
Wow.
damn.
wow, that's
They
crazy.
wasn't zombies; they were dropping."
Damn.
That
So
was a bad
this
batch.
drug, there was a
You
whole
hear
bad
me?
batch. But
Yeah.
this drug epidemic has gotten real bad. If you have any family and friends on it, please, please, please try to get them treatment.
What's up, Romaine
Um,
Scott?
put some Narcan in your facilities.
Yeah.
I went to a session back in March, the Maryland session back in March, and
Right.
they gave us some Narcan because people like when you go to
Hey Andrew.
someone's house to make
Why you only talking to the
a
ladies?
removal. When you go to someone's house to make a removal and someone had residue of
Hmm.
fentanyl on their dresser, you can OD from just that being in the area.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, fentanyl.
start
Don't take much
finding
fentanyl.
some Narcan to, keep with you because you never know
Yeah.
if you go in someone's house for that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Baltimore is getting crazy.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
Everywhere
why
crazy.
right
I
now.
don't go to families' houses to make arrangements.
You don't
Mm,
go? Okay, everybody
No,
comes to you. Okay.
That's because your ass
mm.
is
come to the
bougie.
funeral home.
I don't
I'm
go
not
anymore
going
because
there now.
I don't go because I'm scared of dogs. So I don't go to people's house.
I just don't know what I'm about to walk into. So no, I
You're
don't
right.
do
You're
that.
right.
You scared of
You're right.
dogs?
Yeah, I don't do people's dogs at their house.
So you not
Crazy.
you not scared to wear leggings, but you scared of dogs?
Pause. 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 Leggings.
All
Wait,
right.
Hey,
So we're gonna
wait.
move right along.
Y'all,
I see
hey
Warren's
y'all,
background.
hey family, podcast family. I know y'all saw that picture that I posted of Wendal last week. Wendal had tights on with his New Balances last week, y'all.
They were
Wendal had some
joggers.
tights.
They were joggers.
Well,
Wendal,
look, you
Uh,
gotta commend Wendell.
Adrian.
He's able to get
No.
in them. He's able to get in them.
Yes.
Wendell
Adrian.
done lost
Right.
his weight. He can get in
Wendal,
them.
You know what, Adrian? Moving on for Adrian to
Wendal,
touch
what?
on.
yeah. So we're gonna get to our special guest today.
Anybody see Warren's background though?
Yeah,
What's
what is that?
what is it?
You with the pot of gold.
Is
Hold
that what
on,
that
say what?
is?
No.
Flag on the play, Mike.
Oh, I
Mike,
just saw it.
Yo.
Mike, Mike, Mike. Flag on the play, please. Disrespectful. You see, we represent the lollipop.
Oh,
Oh
That's
wow.
disrespectful. No, on a serious note, that's disrespectful, Mike. That's a flag on the play.
Look, that was funny. That was funny though. But listen,
Oh
we're gonna get
Jesus.
our special guest is
That's
Charmaine.
cold.
So we're gonna get with a special guest. So our title today is Living with
Whew.
Balance. And our special
That's
guest is none other than our Virginia Morticians Association President, Shenae Cooper of Cooper and Humbles Funeral Home in Accomack, Virginia. So we are so happy that she was able to join us today. And we're going to bring her on.
hey,
While
honey.
we bring her on, I'm going to read her bio very briefly. So, Shenae Cooper Drummond is a respected funeral service professional, educator, and community leader from Virginia's beautiful Eastern Shore. She currently serves as Secretary of the Norfolk Funeral Directors and Embalmers Association and is President of the Virginia Morticians Association, reflecting her leadership and
When I
commitment
feel
to
like we need
advancing the
piano
funeral
music.
service profession. For the past 20 years, Shenae has worked alongside her family at Cooper and
Made the
Humbles,
workout done. Speaking.
guiding families through loss with compassion and professionalism. She is a 2005 graduate of Delaware State University with a bachelor's degree of science in education and a 2007 graduate of Gumpton Jones College of Funeral Service, where she received an Associate of Applied Science in Funeral Service.
Woo
Now,
woo.
I can't read all of this because it's a lot that she has done, but
Yeah,
one
it's
thing I
too damn much.
that I
Yeah,
do
guts
read
and
is
bones.
she is deeply involved in her community and is a member of the Accomack Northampton alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta
My
Psi
God.
Oh,
Incorporated.
Lord knows I love a Delta. Lord knows I love
Yeah.
me a Delta, Lord.
And she is a faithful member of Jerusalem Baptist Church under leadership of Reverend Richard Holland. So,
But his name
welcome,
just sounds like he preached
Madam
for a
President.
long time.
We introduce to some
He's probably
and
on
present to others. President,
Madam
President.
President, welcome.
Madam President.
Good
All rise. All
evening.
everybody rise,
Dun,
please.
dun, dun,
Hey,
dun, dun, dun,
Shenae.
dun, 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 dun.
It's President Nene in the house.
Oh,
Nay, nay.
Nay,
come on,
Baby
nay.
Nay
Trump.
Nay. Come on.
Baby Trump.
Uh, okay. As you all can see, my nickname is Baby Trump. Um, let me explain. Uh,
Please.
we just lost
Please.
our administration with a previous president, President Joe Biden, aka Reverend Dr. Antonio Tucker. Um, so I have been named Baby Trump because I'm going to make VMA great again. And, and so I'm excited about this
Oh,
new
shucks.
position with VMA. I've been a member of the association since I think 2009 or something like that. Initially came into the association for the socialization purposes and enjoyed it and had no idea that I would be in this position on the leadership team. But I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the chance to enhance the industry and just make everything wonderful for us as funeral service providers and try to do the best that I can in this role.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you all
Welcome.
for the
Congrats.
as well. Yes.
Absolutely. We got to change your name, though. You know, that's only Warren with this baby Trump stuff. I didn't.
First of all, I never started that.
He did not.
Who started that?
That would be the deacon. And
Oh, Lord.
that's because my first order of business was removing him from the 40 and under chair because he's long been over 40.
Amen.
Long been over.
It's all right.
So
I'm gonna
let me
protest.
introduce you to our new chair for 40 and under tonight, Mr. Warren Reid, the baby.
Woohoo.
Look, you looking like what?
He knew it.
Oh, you the new chair? Oh, okay. Awesome.
Wendal is now chair emeritus.
Emeritus. Got emeritus status.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all right. My brother keep his Beijing and his hair follicles tight. I know what y'all talking about.
You're old.
Okay, Mike. Flag on the. If you don't put flag, you got to put flag on that.
Oh.
Nope, that was funny. No.
Hold up, flag on the play.
Flag on.
Man, this is discrimination.
Nope. Nope.
This is discrimination.
All right. So
So
thank
this
you
is
for joining us, Madam President. So let's just get right to it. So today's thing is talking about balance in life and funeral service. You kind of share with us a little bit about VMA, the Virginia Morticians Association. But what do you do to balance funeral service and your personal life? Because we all know Cooper. Where's Cooper? I know he's there somewhere.
He's in the back room now.
Oh, okay.
He eating them raw
He's
chicken
locked
strips.
Yeah,
up.
like how do you balance work with your presidential duties with work, and then both together with personal? Where's your balance?
So, I have been working on a balance. We have recently restructured our company. I come from a small family firm where my father believed you're 24/7, 365, families first, your family second. So over the last few years, I've been trying to change that culture for us. We now have office hours. I'm like Big Red. My office hours are from 9 to 5. um, Implementing office hours, um, acknowledging holidays, and taking time. We have recently closed our facilities on Sundays. We used to, majority of our Saturday services are Saturday and Sunday. Prior to COVID, those were the only 2 days that we pretty much conducted services. When
Wow.
COVID came, we had to operate during the
Did
week
she go out?
No, she's
and
there.
had to
Okay, I
operate
see.
during the week. And majority of our staff have other positions; they have full time jobs. And so I was like, we have to preserve our own health, and we have to have a break. So we
Good stuff.
decided
Good
that
stuff.
Sundays no longer were going to be days of service. They were our days to be with our family, to do what's needed. Um, was kind of, a difficult thing for our community to adjust to. But in the long run, I had to think about what was best for my family and also the families that of our employees. Um,
So how did your folks, well, not necessarily your parents, but
mhm.
how did the people you serve adjust to not having Sunday services? Because
um,
I know in some southern states that is a thing,
right.
Sunday at two
Mhm.
o'clock, and
Yeah.
you still going to the cemetery on a Sunday.
And a
Yes.
How did the
repass.
families
And a
adjust? Did
repass.
you put
On a repass.
And a
did
repass.
you put on your price list additional fees, or did you just flat out say we're not doing
We're not
services on Sunday?
available. We're not available.
Okay.
And like I said in the beginning, it was difficult for people to adjust. But then when I explained the rationale to families, they understood. Since then, we've not changed, even since the pandemic has ended, in some aspects of it, and they just
45
know that.
minutes, y'all. 45 minutes. Okay.
Stop it. So, of course, as Wendell states, we don't stop people from having long john services, but they kind of understood after the pandemic what the things that we were doing before, are they really necessary? We
Right.
can celebrate and provide quality service for you, and it doesn't have to take 3 hours. We don't have to have 4 solos. We don't have to read every acknowledgement. We don't have to read the obituary. Things that we've done in the past. So again, with the balance, just trying to get people to understand that I'm also a mother, I'm a daughter, um, I am a sister, I'm a soror, I'm a church member, um, all of those
You
things.
bionic.
But you're gonna read my letter. If I tell you to read my church letter, you're gonna read it.
We'll read it in the privacy
I
of
will
their home.
acknowledge it. I will acknowledge it.
So you're an owner. You're a president of a separate association,
Hmm.
yet you're also a mother, of course.
Hmm.
So okay, the facility as itself is closed on Sunday, but where and when do you take your time off to handle the things that you need to handle? Where do you when and where do you say, okay,
You
I'm
call
I'm
untouchable,
unavailable.
I can't be
Mhm.
reached,
you
all that
call
good
her
stuff.
tomorrow. You call her tomorrow. She might be getting her nails done about 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, and I do. So I do take personal days. I go to the spa. I go and get my hair done. Wednesday was normally my day off. I normally get my hair, my eyebrows threaded on those days. I go to get my nails done on those days because I have to have a day to myself. And I'm not available. And my staff knows that. They take messages, and if it's something of urgency that I must handle, then I'll reach back out to families. If not, then they'll hear from me on Thursday. But you have to have that break. If not, you're
That's true.
not going to be able to hold it together. When
But
I
how do you do that? Like, how do you do that and not feel that you're
Not
feel
serving.
guilt. Yeah, like you're not serving, you're not giving everything that you need to give to them without holding that little bit of guilt that you're being selfish and doing things for yourself.
Well, if I don't take care of me and take that break, I don't have much more to give. So I have to give to me in order to be able to give to others.
That's
Um,
good. That's
so I
good.
take those few
Yeah.
moments. Granted, again, during those times, I travel to Salisbury, which is about an hour from here. During that time, I'll have to go and pick up a death certificate, or I'll have to do something while I'm in the area, but I won't be specifically in the office. But those are days that I really do try to take for myself. When I turned 40, I decided that as a family, we were going away and we were going to close the funeral home. And a couple folks in the community was like, "Girl, I heard they said," and I was like, "That's what's happening. This weekend we are unavailable for services, and we will serve you when we return. And we thank you for your patience."
Do you fear that by doing that and taking that time off, I don't know how it is with fear
We lost Chris.
of somebody knowing that you're unavailable
Mhm.
will force them to go somewhere else? Do you feel that folks will do that, or do you feel that they're loyal enough that they'll wait until you return?
Fortunately, we have pretty loyal families, and they were understanding in the situation.
That's great.
And
Well,
so
she is in a rural
I'm
area
in a
too.
very
She's
rural
not in a
area.
big area like you are,
Correct.
Tiffany.
Very
Yeah,
small
that is.
area. And
I heard you was a drill sergeant. Let me find out you done scared every damn body in the neighborhood.
Who
There was
told
a
Well,
you
you
that?
better
funeral
not.
home.
there
There
are
was
other
a
Well,
funeral
funeral
you
home
homes
here
here.
that did that
you better not
years
go
ago.
nowhere else. I put their hearse on flat.
No, but there was a funeral home here years ago that would take a whole week,
Hmm.
and the guy would take a vacation and take his staff and shut the funeral home down for the
Hmm.
whole week. He
Right.
had a person to take his calls, and the families that were regular families understood
Hmm.
Right.
that that's what he did. And unfortunately, if you passed during that time, you had to wait until he came back. Now he did have someone to embalm his bodies, but
Hmm.
that's about as far as that went.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And we
Um,
have the same situation. I have a colleague in the area that if we needed those services, he would provide them. During the time that we were gone, we only had like 2 calls, so they put them in refrigeration. And when we returned, we did what we needed to do. But the families understood, and the ones that were there before we left, I made arrangements with them, scheduled
Hey, Stephen.
services, and just say that we'll be back during this time. But you have to take a break. This business is so consuming. Last week was really good for me, even though the accommodations weren't the greatest. It was a good break for me. I have really been struggling the last couple weeks. My mom has been hospitalized since the end of May, and she's my office manager. And we were anticipating a week out, and then she'd been back to work within 2-3 weeks, and having to do all of her work plus my work plus now VMA work, motherhood. Then my child breaks his wrist in the process.
Uh-oh.
So
Well, Shenae,
yeah.
I do want to say, in the midst of your mom being hospitalized,
mhm,
we were fortunate as a state to inaugurate Shenae, bring her in as president, and that
mhm,
was a tough moment. And I was blessed to sit beside her. I saw her get through that, knowing her mother couldn't be there, to see her be, initiated, inaugurated as president. And y'all were busy. Y'all were so I want to commend you. You handled it well. You
thank
held
you.
it together. It was an emotional time, but it was a joyous time.
Yeah,
But you, mind you, her mother's in a hospital, which is across the Bay Tunnel, which is a little ways from where they are. So
Oh
she's been
wow.
spending the nights at the hospital. I was going to say at the hotel. I mean, at the hospital,
yeah.
and we just want to
Well,
commend
we
you.
know where you be at.
We want to commend you for what you've done today. It takes a lot of heart,
Yeah.
and I know you've had a good support group, and that's helped.
Yes, and
Well,
having a great team is definitely vital in this situation. And then, as I said, we're a very small company. My dad and I are basically the only two embalmers. My brother just recently got licensed. He's not comfortable enough that he wants to do it on his own yet, but he and I are juggling things, and
Good for him.
it's a rough balance right now, but prior to this, I kind of had it under control. Now adjusting to this new space that we're in, I'm in the process of training a new employee, and who's because my mom had planned to retire by the end of the year, but with her medical condition now, it looks like we're going to be entering that space a little sooner than we had anticipated.
Well,
But
that's why this is so vital. This is so
yes,
vital for you to have this space and
hmm
for us to kind of have this space because it's necessary for people to kind of see,
right,
while we will answer your call at Sunday morning at 7 a.m. or uh, Friday night at 10 o'clock because you want to know who all y'all got over there. Um, we need our space too.
Right.
yes,
We need our space
Right.
too, and that's where we kind of count on loyalty and
That's right.
like, hey,
That's
you
right.
know, I'm going to take my staff out, I'm going to take my family out, but if you
hmm
call me, I'm still going to answer the phone.
right,
However, I'll handle it when I get back.
right,
Right. But see, we've created a lot of this. When I say we've, as a funeral profession, I believe we created that. Um, we want to serve hard. We want to do everything. I was using an example today. I went to the doctor today and I had to wait like 30, 45 minutes. I didn't leave. I didn't complain. But you get a family that come in and have an 11 o'clock appointment and it's like 11:20 and you're doing something else. And they just like, well, does he know we're here? Or, we got things to
Right,
do. We've created that just to be Johnny on the spot for our families because we
Yeah.
think that's dedication. We think that's serving. We think they paid for a service, in which they have. But we have to have people who have understanding hearts too. I mean, you go and wait on a dentist or a doctor.
You better not be
Hour.
late coming to that arrangement. The
Yeah,
doctor can do that all day long.
right.
yeah,
You better
all day
not do
long.
that.
But if you
You
five
better
minutes
not do that.
behind, you
But
know,
yet we'll stand on line to get tickets. Be in line to get the Jordans for 3-4 hours before the door
Right.
uh-oh.
opens, and
Sleep
nobody has
outside.
any
Yeah.
complaints. But
Yeah. They
I'll
let's
gonna
tell
be
sleep
15
outside and
minutes
everything.
late.
I'll tell
Yeah.
Nope.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you a true story. I'll tell you a true story. I had an arrangement conference at our secondary location, and it was one morning. I think my wife was on travel, and one of my daughters was sick. She could not go to school. I was supposed to be there at 11. Most people now know I live probably about an hour from either one of the funeral homes. I called the office. I said, "Tell them I'm going to be about 30 minutes late." Every 15 minutes down the road, I was like, "Hey, just tell them I'm running on time. I'm making up time." Very on top of it. So they then said, "Okay, well, we're going to go get breakfast." So I get to the funeral home and I'm waiting for them. I get a call from another funeral director
That they went
that
somewhere else
they went somewhere else,
because they
and
couldn't
so
wait.
because they under the guise that they went to go get breakfast. So I called them and I was like, "Hey, I heard from this other funeral home. We can arrange for transport. Again, I'm sorry that I was running behind." They were like, "It's just really inconsiderate." I was like, "I'm sorry, but my kids always gonna come first." So to them, it was just like, "Well, we're not used to this, but go ahead and have them transferred." Fine.
Okay, fine.
It wasn't for me to have.
Right.
Sometimes that ain't that you don't need that headache either.
Correct.
Correct.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the
You
reason
don't.
why there are
Hey, Steve.
What up, Kip?
providers.
Boy,
My boy
Yeah,
Kip in the
you
house.
don't need that headache. I
Mr.
still
Tip Drill
time.
himself.
Hey, Mama
I,
Reed.
I still time within the day. I haven't figured out how to shut down per se to have a day off,
Mhm.
but I still time within the day because even though we're in the metropolitan area, we are not that busy.
Mhm.
Um, I still run between three buildings. However, if I have a big gap in time, I will go get my nails done and go get
Excuse
my
me.
feet done in between time. I
Mhm.
Ooh, that
will
take 3 hours.
shut up.
You got to go
You know,
hard on Myra's
So
feet.
Myra's
right,
feet.
right, right, right. So, I feel that time in between. I have yet to come to a point of being able to completely take a day off. If
Mhm.
I know that there's absolutely nothing in the office to do, I joke and people getting up in the house, and I'll be like, I'm still in today. And I'll stay in the house without telling my office, because if I tell the office, then my damn phone rings all day long. But if
Exactly.
I just don't contact them at all, and then my dad call and say, "Well, it sounds like you're still in the bed." Well, I am, but what you want? Or can you give me another hour? I
What do
get
you
back to you.
want?
But I can't take that time to say, "Hey, Tuesday's going to be my day off. Thursday's going to be my day off." Because in this business, we're in the area that you can't do that. Folks still
Yeah.
walk door to door to even just get prices, and we have to be available all the time. Like only thing COVID has kind of limited is, like you said, the time frame of your funeral service. Other than that, people still have that expectation of the personnel in your funeral home. You have to be up and present.
Right.
Even in my
Yeah.
suburban area, we have people on some lady on a Saturday at 3 o'clock pops up at the door, and I'm like, nobody does that up here.
Well,
Well, come to find out, they were not from their area, so that's why they came to the door at
on the
3 o'clock
fourth
on a
Yeah.
Saturday.
on the 4th of July, I was in the office for a moment and had 2 people stop by to get something notarized. I'm like, 4th of July.
Yeah, that let me tell you, walk-ins are
Well,
the
they was trying to get some
bane
money.
of my existence. Walk-ins are the bane of my existence.
Oh
Like,
wow.
you don't walk into your other appointments or things that you want to do. Why do you think that you can walk in? And not only do you just walk in, you expect me to just all of a sudden do everything that has to happen for you right then and there,
Yeah,
even when I might
definitely.
be doing something else.
The hairdressers even stopped walk-ins.
Yeah,
Right.
like,
Barbershop,
The
everything.
hairdresser.
You
But you
gotta
know what?
have
I tell you one thing. There's a funeral home
Hey,
here. It's a
Kathy.
large funeral home that's not far
Hey,
from
Kat.
me. They started doing appointments
it.
by appointment only, and they lost a
yeah.
lot of business. They
And
lost a
that's
lot
why
of
Because
funeral
business
people
homes
want
because
won't do
that.
that.
But
Right.
people
Yeah.
want that. They want that. I don't know what it's going to take for people to kind of see the funeral service as an actual business. And people
Yes.
want to be able to pull, because we've always been
Yeah,
community oriented.
that's
Right.
right.
People want to be able to pull on that at any given time. I mean, yesterday, for instance, I was at the office. I got there early. We had a leak in the building because of all this rain that Virginia's gotten. So I went in early to make sure that the building smelled okay, the carpet was clean, all the above. I had people. The viewing wasn't supposed to start until 2 o'clock. People were literally coming to the door at 12:30
Mhm.
and getting mad because it's just like, well, we just got out of church. I ain't gonna go and come back. I said, okay,
Oh,
well, I'm not ready to accept people in for
right.
viewing right now. You
Mhm.
Yeah.
know, and they get mad when you're not a priority, or you don't accommodate me. Every moment is not an accommodating moment.
Yeah. And unfortunately, you're not going to accommodate everybody. You're not going to please everybody. Somebody's going to be upset. I had a situation where family gentleman got sick at the funeral. And I was asked for a chair to put in the hallway. And I'm like, there are no more chairs. The building is full. Can you get them to this location? Nobody explained to me he was having a medical emergency. So the individual got upset with me and said that I was the B word. And
Mm.
Yeah.
I
I've
can't
heard
deal
that
with
one more than
her and
once.
so forth and so on. And I'm like, it wasn't intended that way. And you didn't explain circumstances to me. You just asked, could I put a chair in the hallway for somebody? And I'm like,
Right.
no, there's not any space for you to be seated here. A few months later, individual passes, and then the family comes in to make arrangements. And they were like, well, one of the family members wanted to go somewhere else because of their interaction with you. But you've always served our family. And so I said, well, what happened? And then they explained to me, and I said, oh, I remember that. And I said, it wasn't that I was not sensitive to their needs. I said, they just didn't explain everything to me. They made it seem like somebody just came in that was late and wanted a seat to be, for convenience. And
isn't
I,
it something when people don't know the whole story?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and I mean, I've
Yeah.
Tell
even
it
got
all.
reviews. We've got a Google review with that as well.
Oh
That
Tell it
wow.
all.
we were
Right.
our funeral, we cheated the family. The funeral was only 30 minutes, and the gentleman
Right.
was such and such years old. And I was like, well, this is the order of service that the family selected when they came in to make their arrangements. I
Isn't
don't
that
control
something? Don't
that.
they just get up under
Yeah.
your
You
toenails
get a
when
bad
somebody tell you
review
got
because
cheated?
they don't tell you all the information.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
So, but I mean, and that's part of the industry. You
Yeah.
take
So
the
so
good with
how
the
so do you take your son with you, or do you wait for him to ask?
bad.
Hey, Wendell.
Where on
What up,
services.
William?
Yes.
So his first service that he worked was because he was on punishment. Um, I couldn't
What?
allow him to go with anybody else because they would let him have fun. So he was being
Hmm.
punished. And so I had a service that day and I said, you're going with me. You're staying with me the whole entire weekend. So I had a service, I had a seminar, and a banquet for the NAACP. I said, you're going to all of these events with me today.
Oh, that
And
was torture.
so it was, but got to the funeral and he's handing out obituaries. He's socializing people.
They love to work.
What else
Pastor.
he was supposed to do?
Hey, Shenae, tell him about the letter you got. Tell him about the
So
letter
he's
you
he's talking with the pastor, telling the pastor that I wasn't paying him for the service that day. Well, the pastor decided they're gonna go in the office and write a letter to tell me that if I didn't pay him for his services, there will be a claim filed with workman's comp and this,
That's
that, and
right. That's
the
right. That's right.
No,
That's
third.
he's
right.
getting paid.
That's
He's
right.
getting paid. He gonna eat dinner that
He
night.
ate.
That's
He
right.
got a
I'm
roof over
signing
his
the
head.
petition.
Wow.
I'm signing it.
Pay
Shoot,
him
So
that
torture.
dinner.
I
Let
go
me
to look
say
for
this
him.
Close.
balance piece.
Where's
Let me
the
He'll
say
do.
this balance piece to a lot of our
yes?
colleagues. I see a lot of people, especially now this summer,
Mm-hmm,
that school is closed, dragging their children on
mm-hmm,
services.
yep,
Please, ma'am, please, sir, from a child that grew up in a funeral home, please wait for your child to ask to go.
right.
It can be a burnout
Mm-hmm,
because I'm not at retirement age, but since I've been working since I've came out the womb,
mm-hmm,
I'm tired. I
yeah,
am burnt out.
yeah.
And my parents didn't necessarily force me. And being almost 50, my father still tell me, you can go work somewhere else. He stands firm, 10 toes down
Mm-hmm,
on that I can go work somewhere else.
mm-hmm.
At
However,
50.
at 50, yeah, I can still get fired. It's still, in his words, it's still his shit. That's what he said. It's
You
still his shit.
unemployed.
We
You
got the
unemployed
same
right
daddy,
now.
Charmaine.
Right. Right. So, please allow your children to
Mhm.
ask to work. Don't force them to work.
Yes, I totally
And
agree
the
with you.
punishment
So
piece I can agree with because he probably didn't want to do it. So that punishment piece I can agree with. But when I see a lot of people, oh, my child work, let your child ask to work.
Right.
Don't drag your child into this business
Yeah.
Well,
so
you
because
gotta
it
understand a lot
can,
of these people doing that, they doing that for show. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, a lot of
well
these people that got their
I can
kids
only
and dressed up, they doing that for show.
speak for me. Like for instance, the one time that I took my oldest daughter on a funeral because she has ADHD like her dad. She enjoyed being there. She enjoys being around the people. She enjoys passing out the programs. Hell, if she could close the casket, she would. You know, but that's just her personality.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say is during the summer months, while we do try to give them all the activities they can do, um, some of us just really don't have a choice because we have kids that are know
Oh, he
summer camp
froze.
is like 500. Summer camp is like $500 a week.
yeah,
Damn.
It is.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
So it's
is.
just like,
It is.
okay, so you finna go with me to this funeral, and then I'm gonna take you to the
You can
pool.
take them with you, but
I'm glad my kid is grown because I don't think I could handle that.
you can take them around with
280
you, but people are
summer
pushing their
camp
kids in
this
front of the
summer.
church. Like,
Oh no,
let
oh no,
let them ask to be there. It's fine because
she'll
Sterling
bring
was with
coloring
me
books
since
and
I
all that stuff.
started working.
She'll
I
bring
was
coloring
never
books and
forced.
sit in the
So
car.
my dad has been in the industry since the 70s, and I was never forced into it. When I was like 16, I would go in and do hair if the stylist couldn't come in, and that's how I started. I went to Dell State, got my degree to teach. My first semester there, I was kind of like, oh, I don't like this. I'm going to go to mortuary school. And I told my dad that. And he said, no, you started it. You're going to finish it. Um, and so 2 summers in after that, I came home one summer and couldn't find a job. Wasn't really looking. And he told me, he said, you need to find something to do. I was like, okay. So I was like, I went here, I applied. Nobody's hiring. So he calls me one night. He says, Tyson's poultry plant is hiring. They got open interviews tonight from 6 to 8. Second
Not the
shift.
chicken plant.
And I said, okay. So I got in my car and I got like halfway up the road and I was like, I'm not built for that. So I came back home. I said, you gonna hire me. I'm coming to work here. I'll be here Monday. and I've been there ever since.
Man, I thought you finna
Right.
tell me you used to be cutting that chicken in
No, I
half.
never went to the chicken part. No,
Ah,
I skipped that
Right.
step.
ah.
Now, I did, and this was a really difficult balance for me. I did teach for 8 years and did this at night. Um, and when I got married, got pregnant, I was like, okay, I got to quit one of these jobs. I was like, I ain't never gonna own this school district, so funeral home it is.
You ain't
Um,
lying.
I do miss teaching because I love kids and I loved what I was doing, but that was a struggle too. To have a relationship, I'm working full time during the day there, and then if we're busy at the funeral home, some nights it'd be 11, 12 o'clock at night before I'm rolling in and trying to maintain a relationship. Might be why I'm divorced. Could be.
Woo, thank you, Jesus. Woo, hallelujah. Woo,
But yeah, it's a struggle. The industry
woo, glory.
it will pull
I
on
didn't
you.
want to. I didn't want to fornicate
Stop
and
it.
commit adultery.
Look, that's a whole nother topic. That's
Right.
a whole nother
I don't want to
topic.
be on that show.
Marriage,
Relationships in this
divorce,
business.
funeral service, and funeral
Yes.
director.
Yeah.
That's a hard balance.
That's a hard
Well,
balance.
Oh
I'll
Lord,
tell you about the
Tiffany, don't start. God dang. Oh
so
God.
We'll
for
start our own
funeral
club,
homes
y'all.
for funeral
Go
homes
ahead.
that are
Jesus.
for funeral homes that are family owned.
Hmm.
I know for me, like we're trying to break generational cycles.
Right.
So I know, and my mom is on here now. Like we would, if we between the funeral home or Delta or anything of the sort, a lot of times we would come in the house at 10 o'clock at night. We'd
Right.
leave the office, we go to Shoney's, we get dinner, we go to the
Shoney.
house.
Shoney
Shoney's,
still open?
yes, we had Shoney's in Farmville,
Tony.
Okay.
What is
and we get
Shoney's?
dinner,
Yes.
and then we would go home,
Right.
and by then you take a bath, get ready for bed, and sometimes that's 2 or 3 times a week.
What is
So
Shoney's?
It's a
it's like
It's
a
a
restaurant.
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 like a Golden
Well, I know
Corral,
that. What they eat? What they
like
serve?
Golden Corral,
Like a
American food.
Buffet.
yeah,
Ah,
American
okay.
food.
Y'all don't have
Okay,
Shoney's in
okay.
Texas?
We got Golden Corral. I don't eat that
Okay.
mess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I try to get the kids home by 6:30.
Right.
So they got time they can play with their friends.
Hmm.
There's time for them to get dinner and do some crafts or something like that. So that's my way of kind of breaking it. But I think the whole balance piece, like all of us wanted to do other jobs, or but it's just like, all right, well, we're here. This is the calling that we asked for. So now
Hmm.
we're here
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
because
see,
it,
Right.
'cause
that's
it
how I
surely
am with
don't pay.
DJ. That's how I am with DJing though, and vice versa with the funeral industry. I think that kind of balances me out, uh, as it relates to just kind of working and dealing with death on a daily basis, like in real life. And then you have those moments where you guys was kind of, retracting back to how do you say no, right? How do you say I'm unavailable? Like I get those moments to where, of course, you all know, like I haven't been full time at a funeral home. September will make 2 years, but to God be the glory, I haven't missed a beat. Nevertheless, having my transportation service and it's me, you know what I mean, pretty much the majority of the time that's making all the calls. I get those people who will call me and I could be DJing, or if I am at home and I've just kind of made up in my mind, man, I ain't gonna move today or I'm not gonna move between this time and this time. And I get scared sometimes though, because I'm like, dang, are they gonna call me, the next time or whatever, especially if it's a new person. But then, I do have those faithful few, who are a blessing to me. And it's cool. They understand. They don't trip. They just be like, man, you need to, put your
Hire
records and
somebody.
get yeah, well, that, but they be like, man, you need to throw that equipment on one side and go get my body on the other side. And I'm like, boy, only if that would make,
So
ethical
you got
sense, I would, but it wouldn't.
mhm.
But like I truly
I used
believe
to
like
I
I
used to
have.
go to parties with the removal vehicle,
Oh Lord, see. No, look,
but I wouldn't return. I wouldn't
I
return,
have
but I
I
did
have
did go
done
to
Listen,
that.
parties like that.
I've done that, but not with like my speakers and stuff like that. But like if I'm just somewhere where I just gotta take my tops and just computer, just a quick gig or something, hey, I'll be ready. You know what I mean? Like it's over. Let me throw this backpack in the front
So
seat and I'm ready to go.
you got your spin table in there with mama with my mama.
stop it.
I don't
Listen
want
here. Listen
I
here.
don't want my mama to be
Listen
listening
here.
to
I'm
you.
I'm I'm gonna play mama to the upper room. You hear me?
You gotta do what you
Yep.
gotta do. You gotta have a balance.
Listen,
I've
Chanel,
been
I
in
got
Listen.
I
club
gotta
and
have
had to
my
go to the
balance.
house phone.
And that's my thing though, you know what I mean? So I think, and I be telling people all the time, they be like, man, how do you do such, 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 such. And I'd be like, bro, I've been DJing. That's when I hit him. And I'm like, man, I've been DJing 29 years. And so I truly believe that the music and me engaging with the people when I am working, has done so well with me mentally and emotionally being able to handle a lot of it, because like when I was at my last firm full time, I would put in like at least 3, 4 days out of the week. I put in 12, 13 hour days each day. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And it just be like,
Wow.
And that's
So
easy
I
to
be,
do.
man,
so let me
Yeah.
That's
let me
easy
say
to do.
this. Don't act like I'm the only one that would take the removal vehicle to a party and that would be my
Listen,
reason to leave. I'd be
listen,
like, I got a death call.
I'm on call.
listen.
hey, I
Sorry.
did that
I
yesterday.
gotta
I
go.
did that yesterday.
Horrible.
No,
Horrible.
I went to my partner party and I know I ate them oxtails and I was just like, man, I'm really ready to go at this point. And just so happened the phone rung. Oh, I got a
So
So you
I
know they
tell
watch. You know they watching tonight, Adrian.
Right.
They're
And
gonna
they
give
be like,
you.
That's
oh, that's
fine.
why
I
he
don't
left.
care. I
so
wasn't getting paid. I was just going on the love.
I tell you about my grandfather. My grandfather, God rest his soul. Anytime he got really, really mad, his eyes would turn from dark brown to hazel.
Oh,
And it was a known thing in our house that whatever vehicle was out there, you drove it. Whatever was there, if you need to go to school, something you drove it. So my cousin got up to go to school the next day, and she grabbed the van and she went on to school. What she didn't know is my grandfather had gone on a death call the night before.
Oh my God.
wow.
So
Oh my.
he got up the next morning
Oh
Oh.
Lord.
and he's like, God damn it, she done took the body and the van to school.
Oh
Oh
God.
wow. She going to
So
jail.
Oh
She ain't
Lord.
never
so
turned
they
around
had
to see that stretcher back there. Like,
well, it's nothing for us to look in the van and the stretchers there.
Right.
So it was just like at your peripheral,
Right.
you just see the stretcher there.
Oh
Had to come
Lord.
up to
Bump
school
that.
and get the van.
Oh
Bump
The
that.
Lord.
Let
No.
me tell you something.
That's funny.
If
That's
she
funny.
drove to school with that body in the back, she is
The
one of the
body was at the
safest.
high school.
Listen, she one of the safest drivers in the world. Because I don't give a god dog any van I done ever drove in. At some point, that damn body gonna hit the back of that shit. And be like, hey, it's normal. Just keep going.
I mean, we've been we we've been dropped off in the hearse. You dropped off at the hearse at the
I just picked
school.
Brooklyn up today from band camp
Hey,
in the hearse.
Girl,
There wasn't nothing else
hey,
back
disrespectful.
it
there.
is what it is.
Yes.
Disrespectful.
It is
I
what
was
it
like,
What a
forget
is.
it. There's
disclaimer
nothing
at,
back there.
Mike.
We
Put
got
the
to go.
disclaimer up, Mike. Mike, put up the disclaimer. Charmaine gonna get us shut down. Put the disclaimer
Yeah.
up.
I picked my child up in the hearse
This
too.
is the
And
podcast.
so much so that they
Uh,
invited me to career day.
Well, I
But
do want to say, this. Mike,
flag on the
as
damn
we
plate.
said first when we got on, that Mike is in Hawaii with his family. I want to commend Mike. Works hard. He works hard
Yeah.
all year, like the rest of us, but he works super hard. I want to commend him taking his family there in Hawaii, enjoying it. I know he's probably calling back to Roanoke, you know, 3 or 4 times a day, but
yeah,
he's taking the time that he needs to rejuvenate, and I want to commend him for that. Hawaii is not just around the corner, so he's out there, and I want to. And he took time to be with us tonight because if I was in Hawaii, I'd have told y'all I'll see y'all the next podcast.
Right.
That
Deuces.
ain't what you would have
So
said.
yeah, I would. But Mike, we appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes,
You
sir.
hey
the
man,
only
Hey,
thank you, brother.
you the
He's a good
first person I
example
ever
of
met though to
talent.
be in Hawaii with a damn polo collar shirt on, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Hey, bro, I can't wear what I had at the pool, man.
what he's not telling y'all is he's trying to open Hamlar Curtis in Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Um,
Oh, okay,
can
okay.
I
Yeah.
apply? I'll be your director.
Oh
Lord.
Lord, I'm coming
Hey,
with Shenae.
y'all playing? I just talked to my boy Nick right here at the resort. We working on something.
See?
All right.
See,
Wow.
Oh
I told
Lord.
you, he's always working on something.
I'll manage it.
Oh
Hey
hey,
man,
Shanae,
Girl,
how do
you
you
gonna have
all
to
go
fight for
about?
Tiffany on that one. Tiffany and Son go together. You hear me?
I know. See my tan? I'm working
Oh
on it.
Lord.
She would blend right in.
But
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean right in. Got a little water wave, her and everything.
sounds just like my
Hey,
oldest daughter.
Shanae,
Oh.
Yes.
how do you? manage your mom just recently being in the hospital and they mentioned that you were staying there and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
This business, it takes a special support team. And I commend you for it, and I can truly do it now because I had to do the same thing recently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when it came down to my mom, my father sat there and he wasn't physically like, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," but he got to that mode to the point of, okay, you handle this because I'm not going to be able to. I'll finish up at the funeral home and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody around me have jumped in and started doing other stuff, in which in my regular daily routine, I drop Brooklyn off wherever she goes in the morning. I go to work for a couple hours. I go back and get her, or Nikki will go pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
I do the coaching in the evening. I go back and finish up some work that I don't finish up if we're busy and things like that. Like maybe it wasn't a question, but I want to commend you on doing that because now that I had to do it and adjust some things, people don't understand that in this business, like Mike said a couple episodes ago, he gives his all to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for his wife, a lot of things wouldn't happen.
Right.
Wendell has a wife behind him that supports him 100%, and she has a job, but sometimes she will go on services with them.
Mm-hmm.
And like, um, my companion here,
Mm-hmm.
um, he
Word?
works around the funeral home and he works around the funeral home. So like that's our
Right.
time
Hold
that
on. No, 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 no,
we're
no, no,
That's
no, no,
my
no,
dude.
no,
That's
no, no,
my
no,
spending.
no, no.
dude.
Yeah,
Bro,
hold on, bring that back. I don't know nothing about no damn
Finish what you were
companion.
saying, Charmaine. Don't entertain it. Go ahead. I got you.
See,
go ahead. Go
so
ahead.
so
We
like
all
so like the
listening.
Facebook post said, just
Yeah,
because you
she
don't
gonna
see
try to
no man, we
bypass
don't
that
see your
question.
roaches. Adrian, the
They
Facebook
still
post
there.
says just because we don't see your man doesn't mean we don't see your roaches. Okay, so anyway,
Yeah. Oh,
this
okay. We're
this
gonna talk about this in the backstage.
Yeah,
we have to have a strong support
You
system,
do.
that's right. That's
and
right.
that is what balances this industry. A
Mm-hmm.
strong support system.
It
If
does.
I didn't have a staff that can just move on without me, then what I have them for?
Right.
Exactly.
Why
That's
should
Yeah.
I have to
Right.
stand over top of somebody daily? My
Right.
phone is
I wish I
available for
had a
you to
damn.
call
I
in
wish
the
I would have
event
had a
of
strong
emergency.
support system.
But
We
you
got
have to
about 3 minutes.
build that. It's hard. You have to build that strong
You do.
support system.
yeah.
It
Um,
doesn't come overnight.
And
Yeah.
fortunately, our staff, we're very much like a family. And I mean, they step in. I've got one staff member, he's gone through the same thing with his mother. And I get texts randomly, hey, what do you need me to do? Hey, I'm in this area. Do you need me to pick up anything? Do you need me to do this? Do you need me to do that? They have been fantastic. My ex husband, his family is fantastic. His new wife, I absolutely love her. She is my child's best friend. And
Oh,
that is an
wow, that's
amazing
amazing.
support system that I could not live without. Last week when he fell and broke his wrist, she was Johnny on the spot, got him to the doc's in, and we tag team, and then I took him to ER. So without a support system, you cannot do this.
That's yeah.
Are you hiring for a Splackavelli?
Oh my God.
So we are. I
She
mean,
hiring for a
You're
chauffeur.
not tall enough for the ride.
So man, I'm sick of you.
I'm sick of you.
so
You get your
again,
little braids in your head. You don't know how to act.
I'm
you
sick
have
of
to
you.
take you got to take time for you. You got to take time for your families, because like I said, circumstances such as this. And I actually, the conversation you had with your dad, Charmaine, I had the exact same conversation with my father yesterday. I told him I have a retirement need, and in the event that none of my family wants to continue this business, we'll put a for sale sign in the window, and I'm not going to be here until they're putting me in a casket. That's for sure.
Mhm, mhm.
I take the time to take care of me so that I can keep taking care of my families.
That's
As I
good.
stated
That's good.
last week with the another family, I did an arrangement conference in the hospital room with my mother, and the family actually lived in the same area. She needed to get me pictures. She came to the hospital to drop them off. So even though I'm there and I'm out of the office, I'm still providing services to my family. I'm still going above and beyond. So when I decided I need to take a moment, they're just going to have to be understanding. I'm
I'm
more than
looking at.
just a funeral director. So
Good stuff. Good
if I
stuff.
don't
What you
take care
putting
of me,
hot
I
sauce
can't take
on?
care of them.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Poe.
What's up, Harry?
yeah,
Brother Harry Wood.
yeah.
All right,
What
we
you
we
putting
about
hot
out of
sauce
time.
on?
But before we
Her
leave, I do
fingers.
have to give a shout out to my staff back at Hamlar, Curtis, and Roanoke and Rocky Mount. If
Yes.
it wasn't for them, we would not be able to make this trip. You see this?
That's
This
right.
is a real background. It's not a virtual background. And Katina's right here beside me.
Yeah, you
I'm trying
ain't
to
you
get
Hey,
you
ain't
on
gotta
Tina.
rub it in. Let us see the first lady.
Tina.
What first lady at? Hey, girl.
Hey, Tina. What's up,
First
girl?
Hey.
So,
Joy.
lady. Hey, girl. Hey.
so we talked about strong support systems that you saw mine are part of it. And then shout out to Heather and Byron and George and all the folks back home and Chuck that are taking care of the families that we're serving this week. Because we do have services this week.
Good
We had new
stuff.
calls this week. So to all you field directors out there, make sure you take time for yourself because as our VMA president just said earlier, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of the families that you serve. So
Right.
some
Right.
definite words of wisdom and we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Shenae, Madam President, thank you for coming on today.
Thank
Any
you all
final
for
words
the
from anybody before we check out?
invitation. I enjoyed.
I got your
Bring
dough
me,
number, girl.
bring me back some sand.
I got your dough number.
They might think it's weed.
I know
They might
I
think it's
gotta get too
drugs.
comfortable.
Bring me back some pure Hennessy.
Oh,
See,
right,
You don't
right.
even
Me
drink.
too.
Deacon.
right.
Can I
Deacon.
get some white Hennessy?
That's
I
We're
just
that's
gonna
need the
communion.
sun. I want the sun. That's what I want. Just bottle it up and bring it
Well,
back.
I
you
want a
can
ticket to go. How about that? I want to go. Bring me not back. Send me there.
Literally. Thank you all so much. I
you can
wanted
get
to
the
say,
sun right here.
before we get out of here though, I do have to give a shout out to our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful NFDMA association. We did have our 88th convention and expo last week in Secaucus, New Jersey. With the majority of us was there outside of our sister, and of course, as we told y'all, she was back home taking care of the original queen, and we
That's right.
love her so much. And the original queen is back at home, y'all. Just
All
for those
right.
who don't know, mom, Charmaine's mom is back at home. But just giving a shout out to our National Funeral Directors and Morticians Association. We had a good time in Secaucus where there were few. The excitement, the fun, and everything else was so great. And so just giving a shout out to our association, also to our president, Shanti Harvell, who came on week before last with us leading up to it. Thank him so much as well. So yeah, but again, y'all share this podcast, man. We appreciate all the love,
Yeah.
all the support throughout the we almost in our third month, like almost
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
And
episode
so
15.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we out of
episode
time.
15.
yeah.
But before we go,
Hit,
prayers to Charmaine, to
hit
your
next
mom,
week. Next week.
and then also prayers to your mom, Shenae.
Okay.
Hopefully they get better soon.
Thank you.
So please, y'all keep them in your prayers. Next
Thank you.
week, we got something special for you. What we gonna talk about next week?
The
Which
baby.
part?
Let us know.
He do that all the time.
The world's funniest funeral
oh, I'm
moments.
excited.
Oh,
Next
Jesus.
week.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
God.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen,
You know I'm
y'all don't
excited.
want to miss next week.
Oh,
You don't want
Jesus.
You
to
do
miss it.
not want to
Oh,
miss
Jesus.
next
Oh, I'm
week.
I
excited.
will be tuned in.
It's
Yep,
gonna
me
be
too,
My God,
man.
popping.
today.
Me and
All right,
Shanae gonna
y'all.
be sitting next to each other eating popcorn.
All right, man.
Deuces.
Appreciate y'all viewing and listening. We'll catch y'all next week.
All
All
Hey,
right.
we
right.
love y'all.
Peace
Bye.
out. Love
Hey,
y'all.
We
aloha.
out this
Bye,
here.
Hey,
Rub it in.
Cooper.
Keep rubbing it in.